things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not of this building.
Yep.
Neither by the blood of goats and calves.
Neither by the blood of goats and calves, because in the ancient world, they was offering up goats, offering up calves, bullocks and so forth, for forgiveness of whatever particular sin they may have committed, for forgiveness of the sin that they may have committed. And that's what the priest would do. Go on. They would offer up those animals to sacrifices not only for himself, but also for the people. Read on.
But by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place.
But by his own blood. Why would I say by his own blood? Because the Lord was that lamb, that sacrificial lamb. That's why the only law that has been done away with was the Lord's sacrifice. Because the Lord was that ultimate lamb, that ultimate sacrificial lamb.
Yep.
Go on.
Having obtained eternal redemption for us.
And he shed his blood for Israel, see? Having obtained eternal redemption for us.
Right, you keep reading us.
Keep reading us, yeah.
And us is Israel, you know?
Yep.
But you know what? Sometimes they don't say Israel, so I guess the Most High got to keep saying Israel for you to understand. So the whole Bible is talking about Israel.
Yeah.
From the book of Genesis to Revelation.
Yep.
But people try to get stupid with the Most High. Because, you know, if the Most High don't say Israel, that means the Most High open up a gate for the other nations, man. You can't play chess with the Most High, you know? You can't outsmart the Most High.
Yeah, you can't play chess with the Most High, like the brother just said. Like, I'm going to give you an example. You can't, if the scriptures say son, does that mean, if the scriptures say son, if you know the scriptures, it don't got to say the word, because you know, it ain't going to say Yahweh Shai in the scripture, it says Jesus or Christ. Do always got to say Christ or Jesus?
Yeah.
What if it says son? What if it says my anointed?
Yeah.
What if it says,
beloved, my beloved.
My, prince?
Yeah.
You know? What if it says that? What if it says of the seed of David? Do that really gotta say Jesus all the time? Nah, man. Read between the lines, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Use your spiritual eye, but y'all people not spiritual, so I can't see it. Is there more to that? Yeah, there's more to that. Verse 15.
Right. Neither by the blood of goats and calves, by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place.
Read on.
Having obtained eternal redemption for us. For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling the unclean.
Read that from the top beginning of that verse out.
Alright, verse 13.
Yeah, Edomites walking past and shit.
For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling
the blood of bulls and goats and the ashes of a heifer, go on.
Sprinkling the unclean, sanctified to the purifying of the flesh, how much should the blood of Yahweh Shai?
Right. So by the sacrifices of bulls and lambs and goats and so forth, brought forth forgiveness for those particular sins they may have committed, because Israel once again was offering up those different animals for sacrifices for their sins. So those animals you can offer up for a sacrifice for your sin. How much more the blood of the Yahweh Shai would your sin be forgiven?
Right.
Who is that ultimate sacrifice? Read on.
Right. How much more should the blood of Yahweh Shai, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to the Most High?
Yeah, without spot. And when you look up spot in the Bible dictionary, without spot, it says those who have not been defiled with the stain of sin. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Let's see. Alright, here it is. It's spot in the Bible dictionary. Let's see what this says. Read that again when it says spot, right above that.
Right. How much more should the blood of Yahweh Shai, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to the Most High?
Without spot. See if you can zoom on this, alright? Right around here. Come a little closer if you got to. See where my nail is at right here?
Right.
Scripture say that? See it?
Yeah.
But it says what it say? If you can see it.
Spot, the Hebrew word donates a blemish on the face to show precepts.
Go on.
Then it says it's also rendered blemish, more precepts. It said and blot.
Go on.
The Greek word is used figuratively of a stain of sin.
Yeah, figuratively of a stain of sin. So it's used figuratively of a stain of sin, so he was without spot. Yep. So the Lord never sinned. So he was that perfect sacrifice, it never went off. And even back then in the ancient world, the lambs had to be without spot. Lambs couldn't be lambs with blemishes. It had to be perfect. So the Lord being that sacrificial lamb in this time had to be perfect. That's why the Lord was the only man who never committed sin. Read on.
Right. How much more should the blood of Yahushua, who through the eternal spirit offered himself without spot to the Most High, purge your conscience from dead works.
Go on.
From dead works to serve the living power.
Read on.
Verse 15. And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament.
Read.
That by means of death, of the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
Oh, so he died for the redemption of sins of them that was under the first testament.
Right.
Wasn't that word for testament? Covenant.
Right.
So he died for the redemption of sins of the one that was under that first testament, that first covenant. Well, who's under that first covenant? Israel. Well, why would that be written if it meant everybody?
Yeah.
So he died for the redemption of sins of them that was under the first testament, that first covenant. Not all Israel, not all nations. But somebody gonna look at the word Gentile. That's why, Lord willing, man, we probably do a show going into certain scriptures that people think because they say Gentile means all nations. And it's really not hard. It's really simple.
Yeah.
When it speaks about them in a negative way, it's talking about the actual nations. And when it's talking about the Gentiles receiving salvation, it's talking about Israel. It's common sense. But the so-called white man got the whole world tripped up into believing that the Lord died for all nations. Go on.
Verse 15. And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgression that were under the first testament.
And the Lord requires the blood sacrifice. Let me put that out there too. So the Lord was that sacrifice. Read what it said after that.
They which are called mighty receive the promise of eternal inheritance.
What verse is that?
15.
Right, and that eternal inheritance is talking about the kingdom of heaven, which only the elect was the one that the Lord died for. Then the rest of Israel gonna get it when they come back. You know what? First, let's get Isaiah 23 and 24 real quick, or 29 and 24, I believe it may be.
Right.
You can end it off just with that.
Alright, this is Isaiah 29 and 24. They also that err in spirit
They also that erred in spirit. What do you mean they err in spirit? To go wolf, to be wicked.
Yep.
Those ones that err. And I'm not doing no Masonic signs with my hands either. For somebody that's gonna watch the video, try to pose it or some shit. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So go on, read that again.
Isaiah 29 and 24. They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding.
They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding. So the ones that erred in spirit gonna come to understanding. And many of the ones that erred in spirit are ones that's erred in spirit now.
Yeah.
They gonna die. A lot of them gonna die on this side.
Yep.
But they will come to understanding in the kingdom.
Yeah. They have to come back as newborn babies.
As newborn babies, yeah.
Because we started as newborn babies spiritually.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to come back physically.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
They also that
Your spirit never dies. The reincarnation is in the Bible. Go
right.
on.
They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmur shall learn doctrine.
And they that murmur that shall learn doctrine. Like people that, talk smack against the truth.
Yeah.
They gonna learn doctrine. And you got people that talk smack when they hear speaking the word of the Lord out there on 34th, man.
Yep.
But with that, we're gonna close. All praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the elders and shalom to the brothers. Alright? Shalom.
Shalom.